What's up, 5 Alarm? It's Coach Garrett here, back with a little car mindset talk. Today we're going to dive briefly into mental toughness. So not physical toughness, where it comes down to basically pain tolerance and the willing to just push through pain. This is going to be more about what's going on between the ears and how to mentally kind of have a advantage when it comes to basically overcoming adversity. Right off the bat, perfect example of a little bit of overcoming adversity or reacting to it is I already made this video, completely had it edited, was going to download it and said my phone didn't have enough storage. So I was like, well, I did this in iMovie and I'll just delete the other videos and then I'll put those in the place of it, and boom, storage good. Deleted it and the iMovie went away too. Didn't think that went through very well. So at first, yes, I was very unhappy and reacted in not a good way. But then I was like, hold on. I was like, you know what? We're not practicing what we're preaching right now. So I composed myself and said, you know what? We're getting back in the car to just hold on to the car theme of things that I guess I've started now. And we're just going to redo it. So what am I doing? Boom, I'm here. I'm overcoming the adversity, even though I may have been very upset earlier. I'm fine. Nothing's changed. I'm just doing the video. Boom. But yeah, so there's my example. Maybe one of my favorite things, though, to think of when it comes to mental toughness is a professional baseball pitcher. Professional pitcher. The way those guys compose themselves on the mound is beyond me. They are some of the most mentally tough athletes. I'm talking about the good pitchers, not the ones that actually show emotion on the mound, but some of your elite of the elite Major League Baseball pitchers. If you watch them, they have an absolute stone cold face on. It doesn't matter if they gave up two back-to-back home runs. If you tuned into that game and you didn't even know they gave up 2 back-to-back home runs, they would have the same look, the same composure on the mound. They are completely locked in. Now, why though? It's because these guys are extremely good at letting go of the past, which is something I think we should all practice. But in that moment, they're not worried about the 3 or 4 pitches they just threw. They're worried about the pitch at hand. They're worried about executing the next pitch to create the best results that they can. This kind of can be transformed into life situations as well. For example, maybe you underperformed at work and you got just really critiqued on something in a very negative way. You could either react to that in a negative way and get all emotional or all flustered and rattled by it, or you can be like, all right, that's in the past, I screwed up, recognize it, move on to what you can control at hand, and be like, all right, I'm going to do my best that I absolutely can at this next task. So that's just a way to kind of like keep yourself composed when stuff doesn't go right. Like right now, we're going through this uncertain, weird situation where we're stuck at home. We don't have the gym. We can't go out to the restaurants. Can't go to the movies. What we could do is pretty much sit around and complain the whole time, or we could stay locked in and be like, all right, well, I'm going to make the absolute best that I can of each day. Kind of like that pitcher. Because at this point, it's been almost 2 months. We cannot control what we've done in the past. All we can control is what we're doing right now in the moment. All we can control is the choices that we're going to make and that we're making right now. For example, maybe you had the tough choice of simply eating the cookie or not eating the cookie. You either eat the cookie, not good for you, not eat the cookie, boom, made a great choice. Build a little bit of mental toughness in there. Because when it comes down to mental toughness, it comes down to the choices you make and the way you compose yourself. Now those go hand in hand, so you can make the choice of not staying composed and let emotions take over and you become rattled to the situation. So I guess kind of my quick little challenge to you is, when the upcoming future is, adversity is going to hit again. How big or small that adversity is, we don't know. But either way, my challenge is for you to kind of take that adversity, use it as a time of learning instead of a time of complaining or pouting or being like, oh, this is so unfair. I want you to use that moment to become stronger mentally. I want you to overcome that. I want you to stay locked in. I want you to keep that stone cold face. I want you to hold on to those emotions and not let them just burst freely. I want you to be like, okay, this happened. I'm going to overcome it. We're going to kick this in the butt. I'm going to be fine. That's kind of my challenge to you going forward in the future. A great one that you could start something small is simply, we all have done it before, is that post-WOD, rolling around on the floor, being overly dramatic when you don't need to be. Yes, I understand you're in immense pain, and I know we've all done it, and I know we've all rolled on the floor in agonizing pain, but we don't have to. So maybe a good, this will definitely build your mental toughness, because you know it hurts. Is I want you next time, maybe when you do that tough WOD, is instead of rolling around on the floor for a couple minutes, maybe first time you roll on the floor, try to get right back up. Just take some deep breaths, because you know you're going to be fine in the next few minutes, and just start on the simple choice of that. Or maybe this one's really tough because we all have hot water. But something as simple as, I'm going to sit in a cold shower for 2 minutes. You set your phone for 2 minutes, you stand there, take deep breaths, and you take a cold shower. You made that choice to consciously take that little nozzle and put her cold. Stuff like that, and then maybe just little choices like, I'm going to do that extra rep, or I'm not going to eat that cookie, or I'm gonna go stretch for an extra minute today. Stuff like that. Or maybe, for me at least, the toughest one lately has been, I'm gonna go to bed before midnight. Stuff like that. Just making those choices consciously every day, making the tough choices, and that's what's gonna ultimately make you mentally grow when it comes to your mental toughness, your mentality. It's gonna make making the tough choice easier down the road when it comes to different situations, if you've already been making tough choices. So maybe for the rest of quarantine or whatever this is, make that tough choice, and in the future keep making the tough choices that you know are better for you in the long run. But other than that, there's my little spiel on mental toughness. We'll get more in depth in the future on it, but yeah, the big ones for you to do is stay composed, stay locked in, don't get rattled, and hope you have a great rest of your day or week or whenever you're watching this. Other than that, peace.